Dun, 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 dun. Oh, everybody, Scratch Off Ticket Man here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Got a couple Scratch Off tickets here. We got Bingo, 50 grand. That sounds like a plan. And we've got Jaws, who will be next. Top prize, $100,000. That sounds fantastic. Let's get started. Hope everyone's having a great week. Not a bad week over here. It's definitely been interesting. I just started scratching off stuff like I random there. Definitely been interesting in the world of politics, to say the least. I'm gonna spare everyone some thoughts on this. Okay, this Canadian nickel is not happening today. We're going American dime. Going American dime here. I'll spare everyone thoughts on the U.S. election. But there's one other thing I wanted to talk about because it was kind of like it crossed my mind when things started happening here. But at the same time, I was kind of like, yeah, I guess it's kind of a big deal for a lot of people. But like, it's a weird thing to be a big deal because how I see it might be a little bit different than how other people see it. It was for American funds. We have a store up here. Okay, number one, when it comes to alcohol sales, we have a store literally called the beer store, and people go there and they can buy beer. It's like, okay, I think that's interesting. That's like a real thing. Like, it's almost like a cartoon thing when you think about it. But anyway, there's the beer store, but there's also the LCBO, the other place that you can buy alcohol. Also known to certain people, I would consider regulars there, LCBO. So the idea, you can go there and you can buy beer there actually, but then you can buy your spirits and you can buy your wines and you can buy your vodkas and I guess all the other stuff. I feel really awkward in LCBO. Like I have to go in maybe twice a year, maybe 3 times a year. There's usually if I need like a gift for somebody and they're like, can you pick up like a wine or something? And it's like, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing in here. I might as well be, in cartoons when they have like 3 kids all sit on each other's shoulders and try to act like an adult. That's me. That's me in the LCBO. And then they called me, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just your second cheapest bottle of wine, please. And then they'll be like, red or white? Say, I don't know. And then it just turns into a thing. Luckily for us up here, it actually tells you what the wines like on the post. It'll tell you what the wines pair with. Also doesn't help me because it'd be like, what about hamburgers and hot dogs? That's what we're kind of that's the the financial bracket that we're looking at right now. What pairs well with French's mustard and some maple leaf hot dogs. Anyways, just getting back on track here. But the idea with the LCBO, there's something going on where like they want to start selling liquor in the corner stores and stuff, and the LCBO was not a big fan of that. It might be cutting into the whole system that's there. So LCBO went on strike, and it was closed, and there were people that were standing outside because they're picketing, and people honking when they're driving by and stuff. And like I get it. I get it like a lot of people go there. I get I'm the outlier when it comes to these types of things. But in my brain, I'm like, the poison store is closed, and people are mad. And it's like, did we not stop for a second and think about what they're selling in there? Like I know some people think it tastes good. I don't think it tastes very good. But the idea, like they sell poison, and like if you drink enough of it, like it probably ruins like a good chunk of your life. Like there's very few. Like no one drinks so much milk that they gotta start going to like meetings about it. Or maybe they do. Maybe I don't know. There's like an underground. Like no one talks about milk club sort of thing going on. But it's one of those things where like you drink too much of it and like you can't do your job properly, or you drink too much and like you get like a DUI and you can't like travel and you can't drive and there's no like mothers like for semi-intoxicated driving. Like it's just there's a whole list of things that all kind of stem off of alcohol and people drinking too much and just not being able to to stay in control. And like I get the idea that everyone should be in control of themselves, but it's like it's never not been a problem, it seems like. And I get how like a long time ago the idea, well, alcohol is probably safer to drink than water when it comes to actually like keeping the bacteria and stuff like that. But when you think about it, like even if the bacteria doesn't want to live in that stuff, like maybe that's telling us we shouldn't put that in the body. I don't know. Just a thought. Anyways, they cleared up the dispute, and the store opened up again. It is what it is. Again, it doesn't affect me at all. I just thought it was interesting how people, it's like the poison store is closed. We're mad. And it's like, you know what you're fighting for right now. Even with all the lockdowns the last 2 years and stuff like that, because like they're talking about like essentials, and it's like, well, we need grocery stores. Okay, that's one. We can all agree on that one. And then someone's like, and the liquor store, and everyone's like, oh yeah, we probably need that one. And it's like, is that really essential? And then there's the argument that it's actually going to be more of a problem if we close the liquor store, because then people are going to start going through withdrawal. And as soon as they said that, I was like, okay, massive red flag going on right now. With that, people are going to be going through withdrawal if the liquor store is closed. Is anyone listening to what we're just talking about here? Is anyone actually reading the words that are being put on the page right now? Just me? No? It's not? Anyways, I thought that was a bit of a thing. It's like, oh, it's going to be worse when with like abuse at home and all this kind of stuff that's just crazy. If we close the liquor stores, it's like maybe we could take a step back for a second and think about what we're actually selling here. Because maybe it's like kind of good for people, if they want to unwind and stuff like that. But at the same time, like maybe it's really bad if we close this store and all of a sudden we have this pandemonium breaking out, and like people can't keep the relationships together, and like the marriage is gonna fill up, and people are gonna be into withdrawal and stuff like that. It's like maybe maybe the world that we're creating right now is not ideal. It's not a good long term not a good long term thing. Not a good long term thing going on. Anyways, just some thoughts on that. I know I'm on the fringe when it comes to how I think about these things. Other thing I thought was pretty funny too, actually, was the Premier of Ontario. Just the idea that he's pushing to put booze in like corner stores and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, people here, like they want to just be able to stop by the corner store and buy a couple of drinks on the way home. And I was thinking, I was like, if you're voting for this guy, and you're like, yeah, this is a good idea, and you're like, wait a second, are all the voters for you, are they all the drunk guys? Am I on the drunk team right now? Maybe that's not good. Maybe I shouldn't be on the drunk team. It's just, there's some things, and you kind of look around and you see the room that you're in. You're like, wait a second. You're not all just a bunch of milk drinkers here. It's just the vote. The drunk team is voting right now. Anyways, I'm just poking a bit of fun. I understand it's a really serious deal for a lot of people. And I understand life is short and, we gotta want to enjoy and stuff like that. But at the same time, I do believe we lease the body that we're in. And we always need to pay it off. And you gotta be careful of what we're putting in there, sort of thing. Alright, let's crash through everything on this. We could have got 6 would have been nice. 6 would have been pretty sweet. 58 would have been nice. I think that's about it. Like usual, my brain's like, oh, you did pretty good. But it's like, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. You didn't get anything on that one. Right? Want to help support the channel? Remember, like and subscribe. Moving on, Josh, who will be next? The second place of Cash for Life. Let's get scratching here. We got 37. Hopefully, I really do mean, I hope it didn't offend anybody that has people in their family that have drinking problems or alcoholism and stuff like that. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's a really ugly thing for a lot of families. I don't know very many families that are like, I'm really glad that alcoholism touched this family. It's just interesting. You take a step back sometimes, and people could change a few things. Like, don't even get me started on smoking. That's not one of those things where it's just like, I get it, but I also don't get it. I don't get it at all. Anyways, moving on here, scratching these off. I'm trying to not scratch too far down, because then I'll see all the money that we are not gonna get. We're looking at 37, 17, 24. 48. 34. Sometimes you think you're getting close, and then you're not. That's a joke right across the plate. A married couple, and I'm just gonna leave that one alone. Oh, he's so close. We haven't got any on these so far. Trying to do Shark Week here, and we can't. We haven't seen a single shark yet. Oh, $25. That would be nice. 41. Last one. Here we go. It is 43. Oh, we needed 34. That's okay. I'm just curious. Is that the 100 grand there? Yeah, 47 would have been 100 grand. That would have been nice. We had 48, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay, what do we got here? What's the first one? Binoculars. We're into the last three here. Number 2, binoculars again. What we're going to do is toy with our emotions. Is it a binoc? It's not a binoc. It's a show. That's how we go out, everybody. That's how we go out. Well, nothing on bingo. And goose egg on Jaws over here. That's okay, though. That's okay, though. There's always tomorrow. See how we do. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. See you in the next one. Good luck out there.